Just days before the 2018 midterm elections, the thousand-strong migrant caravan currently heading northward from Central America into Mexico has suddenly become a hot-button campaign issue. The caravan, currently in southern Mexico, is growing by the day despite efforts to halt it and has attracted the attention of U.S. President Donald Trump, who's threatened to cut off aid to the Central American countries the migrants hail from. Here's everything you need to know about the migrant caravan currently heading northwards to the U.S.-Mexico border. What is the Migrant Caravan? The Migrant Caravan is a group composed of migrants from Central America, primarily El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala, whose goal is to reach the United States and seek asylum as refugees. It started on October 12, 2018 in the city of San Pedro Sula in Honduras with a gathering of about 160 migrants and started its trek northward the next day, growing rapidly as more migrants joined. The caravan, currently heading northward into Mexico, is reportedly composed of at least 3 distinct groups comprising approximately 14,000 people in total, with the first group being the largest, composed of about 7,000 people. The first caravan group is currently resting in southern Mexico in the town of Huixtla and is growing despite attempts by Mexican and Central American authorities to prevent people from joining it, with Guatemala in particular blocking key border crossing points with barbed wire and armed guards. The caravan is mainly composed of impoverished migrants fleeing political repression and corruption, violence, poverty and unemployment. The migrant caravan provoked a strong political reaction, starting just days before the 2018 midterm elections in the United States, with U.S. President Donald Trump taking to Twitter to threaten to cut off foreign aid to the countries the migrants hail from, accusing them of doing nothing to stop them. The caravan follows in the footsteps of another caravan from earlier in 2018, which reached the U.S.-Mexico border on April 29 in Tijuana, Mexico. How big is the migrant caravan? Recent reports peg the caravan at approximately 14,000 people in 3 separate groups and growing. Notably, the caravan has continued to grow despite efforts from Mexican and Central American authorities to crack down on it. How did the migrant caravan start? The caravan was organized on October 12 in the Honduran city of Pedro San Sula, reportedly by Pueblos Sin Fronteras, or People Without Borders, an immigrant rights group formed in the early 2000s that also builds migrant shelters on heavily traveled routes between Central America and the United States and offers legal counseling to migrants. Pueblos Sin Fronteras, believed to be led by Irineo Mujica, has organized Central American migrant caravans since 2017 and is thought to have organized the smaller migrant caravan that reached the U.S.-Mexico border in April. According to reports, no single individual has specifically organized the caravan. Instead, it's thought to have formed organically as word of it spread throughout Central America and thousands have rushed to join. There's no one in charge of this thing. It's a mass exodus, said Pueblos Sin Fronteras organizer Alex Mensing to USA Today. Why is the migrant caravan so big? The migrant caravan has reportedly grown to include thousands of people over a matter of days, largely through word of mouth, having snowballed from roughly 160 people to about 14,000 as more people have heard of or seen it and opted to join the trek northward. Ana Luisa Espana, a laundry worker from the city of Chiquimula in Guatemala, joined the growing caravan as she witnessed it pass through her country. We only want to work, and if a job turns up in Mexico, I would do it. We would do anything, except bad things, she said. The cooler autumn weather is also thought to have helped the caravan grow quickly as it treks across Central America and turns northward towards the United States. Why is the migrant caravan growing? The caravan is continuing to grow as more people in Central America hear of it and decide to make the arduous trek northward to escape the many problems plaguing the region. Many parts of Central America are racked by social ills such as high poverty and unemployment rates, limited educational opportunities, political corruption and repression, high crime rates and ceaseless violence stemming from drug cartels and street gangs like MS-13 who battle to control the lucrative cocaine transit routes out of South America. Notably, the toxic combination of numerous drug cartels and street gangs, high crime rates and a region that lies at the crux of drug trafficking routes between South America and North America has produced a region home to some of the world's highest murder rates, with El Salvador having the highest murder rate in the world as of 2016 at 84 murders per 100,000 inhabitants, followed by Honduras with a murder rate of 56. 52 people per 100,000 inhabitants as of 2016, according to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. The migrant caravan has continued to grow despite the recent deployment of police in Mexico and a swift crackdown by authorities in several Central American countries that's seen barbed wire and police checkpoints deployed at several key crossing points. What will happen if the migrant caravan reaches the U.S. border? The Trump administration is still reportedly undecided on how to respond if the caravan members cross over the U.S. border. Some members of the president's inner circle, like U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kirstjen Nielsen, are thought to be pushing for a more diplomatic approach with Central America to halt the flow of migrants, while others are reportedly advocating for more drastic and immediate courses of action such as declaring a state of emergency and cutting off foreign aid, something the president himself has threatened to do repeatedly. Migrant caravan route. The migrant caravan started in northwestern Honduras in the city of San Pedro Sula and has trekked west across Guatemala and into southern Mexico in the town of Huixtla, about 50 miles away from the Mexico-Guatemala border. The caravan, which has covered roughly 20 miles per day by foot, would likely take months to reach Tijuana, Mexico on the western edge of the U.S.-Mexico border just south of California, and several weeks to reach Matamoros, Mexico on the eastern end of the U.S.-Mexico border just south of Texas. Caravan organizers have reportedly told CNN that it's still too early to know which route they'll ultimately take to reach the 1,954-mile-long U.S.-Mexico border, noting it mostly depends on the actions of the Mexican government, what routes the caravan is allowed to take, whether buses or vehicles can be acquired to increase the speed of the journey, and whether its members are detained in certain areas. Migrant caravan funding. The caravan is believed to be self-funded by the Central American migrants currently in it. Experts have dismissed accusations it's being funded by political organizations like the Democratic Party or wealthy and politically active investors like George Soros. In other news, how did the migrant caravan start? Why is it so big? And how is it growing? Is Blac Chyna joining Love and Hip Hop to dish on the Kardashians? National Lottery results. Winning lottery numbers for Wednesday, October 24. New on Netflix. November 2018. New TV shows and movies revealed. Why was Kate Middleton not wearing a sash at the state banquet? U.S. Mega Millions results. Lotto numbers for October 23. Download Festival 2019. Lineup, dates, tickets and more revealed. Sandra Day O'Connor, career accomplishments and significance. Euro Millions results. Lottery numbers for Tuesday, October 23. Has Prince Harry quit alcohol to support pregnant wife Meghan Markle? Angelina Jolie reportedly feels empty following Brad Pitt split Mega Millions, odds of winning, lucky numbers and more to know about $1.6 billion jackpot Halloween 2018. Scary movies to watch on Netflix Halloween 2018. How to carve a pumpkin, Titanic to route, sale date and everything you need to know. Mega Millions. How much will the winner actually get after tax? Mariah Carey tour. All you need to know. Roman Reigns leukemia. Social media reacts to WWE stars cancer return. Who is Kim Namjoon? BTS member revealed after Mono's solo album release. Fleetwood Mac 2019 Europe tour. Dates, tickets, cities and more.